Those numbers are provided by Hamas. There's no independent verification. And secondly, more importantly, you have no idea how many of them are Hamas terrorists, combatants, and how many are civilians. Hamas would have you believe that they're all civilians, that they're all children. And here we have to say something that isn't said enough. Hamas, until now, we're destroying their military machine, and with that, we're eroding their control. But up until now, they've been in control of the Gaza Strip. And as a result, they control all the images coming out of Gaza. Have you seen one picture of a single dead Hamas terrorist in the fighting in Gaza? Not one.
So I want us to watch this video. It was an interview carried out by Mehdi Hasan and the senior advisor to Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. He was also the former ambassador to the United Kingdom. I want us to listen carefully to what he had to say. Okay, listen carefully. And then tell me if this person is somebody we can really trust. If he is someone we can take his word seriously. Okay, so let's watch.
The Gaza Health Ministry says Israel has killed more than 11,000 people in Gaza, including a record number of
controlled.
Let me finish my question.
No, but you can't say that. No, but you said you have to say the Hamas controlled Ministry of Health in Gaza.
I don't have to say what you asked me to say. More than 4,000 kids,
true.
they say.
That's true. You don't deny that, Mehdi. You don't deny that it's the Hamas controlled.
I'm not
denying.
And
the Health Ministry is controlled by Hamas.
Let me finish my question.
You can, but please tell the viewers the truth. That information is provided by Hamas.
Okay, and that information, we'll come back to that information, but you've got dead Gazans. The American government say maybe more than 11,000. You've got a record number of journalists killed, according to the CPJ, a record number of UN workers killed, according to the UN, and yet Hamas still exists, is still capable of firing rockets into Israel, still has the hostages. You haven't found their big base under the Shifa hospital either. Your critics say that shows this war is a failure.
I would argue that's all incorrect, Mehdi. We're hitting Hamas hard and they're feeling the pain. We just discussed that a moment ago. Why they may be now considering seriously a hostage release. It's not because, as I said, they've become humanitarians. It's because they're under a very, very massive military pressure. Look, this operation is not one that we wanted, obviously. This war was forced upon Israel in the terrible attack of October 7th, and we are fighting back, and we will destroy Hamas. We'll dismantle their military machine and we'll take apart their political control of Gaza. That's good for Israel for obvious reasons. We don't have to live in fear of terrorists crossing the border and killing our people and butchering our children in the middle of the night. But it's ultimately also good, and I hope you agree with me, it'll be good for the people of Gaza who deserve better than this terrible authoritarian, extreme Hamas regime.
The people of Gaza are still alive. As I say, more than 11,000 people dead, reported dead, 4,000 children. I just want to pull up on the screen.
Hamas's numbers.
You say Hamas's numbers. I should point out, just pull up on the screen. In the last two major Gaza conflicts, 2009 and 2014, the Israeli military's death tolls matched Hamas's health ministry death toll. So, and the UN human rights groups all agree that those numbers are credible. But look, your wider point is true.
Can I challenge that? Will you allow me to challenge that, please? Can I just challenge that? I'd like to challenge that. I'll try to be as brief as you are, sir. Those numbers are provided by Hamas. There's no independent verification. And secondly, more importantly, you have no idea how many of them are Hamas terrorists, combatants, and how many are civilians. Hamas would have you believe that they're all civilians, that they're all children. And here we have to say something that isn't said enough.
I have to say this, right? And please, I am not being anti-Semitic. No, I don't even like that word because many people just like to use it to label people they don't like. I don't like it. I really don't like it. But I have to say this, right? I think that some of the Israeli authorities are being so arrogant. And somehow they feel like everyone has to go according to their wishes. It was the same thing their ambassador at the United Nations did. He was calling for the resignation of the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. And I was like, come on, you cannot seriously be saying that. You cannot seriously be thinking that you can just call for the resignation of the head of an international organization. Who do you think you are? But they kept on doing that. They stormed out of the building. They called Antonio Guterres names. Natalie Bennett did the same thing on air when he openly insulted a journalist on air and spread all sorts of terrible words at him. And now we have a senior advisor to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, a former ambassador to the United Kingdom, trying to tell a reporter what the reporter must say, while refusing to listen to what the reporter has to say. It's like this. You must say what I tell you to say. You must say it like this. You must call it like this. And at the same time, I am refusing to even listen to what you are saying. If this is not arrogance, I don't know what it is. The Israeli authorities have got to realize that not everyone has to go according to what they want. Not everyone has to toe the lines they've drawn. Not everyone have to step away from a red line they have drawn. They have to realize this. Now, the senior advisor went as far as to say that there aren't any dead babies. Really? So what he is trying to say here is that whatever the Gazian Ministry of Public Health tell us, we should discard it because the information is corrupted. The information is not the truth. It's not factual because the Ministry of Public Health is controlled by Hamas. So they are mainly echoing Hamas talking points. That is what the senior advisor here is trying to let us know. And whatever Israel says, we should believe them. Because after all, Israel is a democracy. Benjamin Netanyahu can do no harm. The Israeli authorities are following international law. The Israeli authorities are doing what they have to do to fight back insurgencies, jihadis, or terrorists. That is what he wants us to think. That is what he wants us to believe. I think it was Natalie Bennett who also said that we are here to protect you guys in the West. We don't need anything from you guys. You guys need things from us. And we are here to protect you guys. You guys are not here to protect us. What he was saying was that the West needs Israel, but Israel doesn't necessarily need the West. And Israel can always survive on their own. But the West cannot. Because if Israel is not there to protect the West against terrorism, the West will crumble. If there is not a kind of moral superiority, if there is not kind of like moral high grounds, is that not kind of like self-uplifting? I don't know what it is. Because if you can say to people, we are here to protect you guys. We are here to make sure you guys are safe. Not the other way around. Israel can always defend itself. But we worry about you people. And without us, you guys wouldn't go anywhere. If that is not a very high level of arrogance and narcissistic behavior, I don't know what it is. So for you guys watching these videos and listening to these people talk, and you are like, maybe I believe them, maybe they are right, maybe they have to do what they have to do. Just bear this in mind. After all what they've said, after all what they've done in Gaza, and the little to no proof they've provided to us, Do you honestly believe that we can still take their words? Do you honestly believe that we can still just be here listening to them and be like, yeah, I believe them. Yeah, they are telling the truth. Do you really think that? Don't you think that we need to question them? And do not get me wrong, government lie all the time. They do lie. Every single one of them lie. It's like the model operandas of governments around the world. They lie. But you guys out there, when you hear a senior advisor to Benjamin Netanyahu claiming on air that no child have died and that we should not believe the figures we are getting from the Gazian Ministry of Public Health, because according to him, they are controlled by Hamas and we cannot trust Hamas. What do you think? Do you think that we should disregard everything Hamas tell us or everything the Ministry of Public Health in Gaza tell us and just listen to what him and members of the Israeli government are telling us? Is that how it is supposed to be? Share that thought and opinion with us in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. Please kindly like this video and subscribe to this channel, because that helps us a lot and we shall forever be grateful to you. So until next time we meet again, see you. Goodbye. Take care.